another video for the Spring Flings and Easter Things collection by NBK-Design. This is now the third video, and in this video I'm talking about the Painter's Toolbox from the collection. We already, or I recorded already a video about the elements and the papers, and now we go through the Painter's Toolbox products. We have magic blenders, we have the free color styles with some extra color overlays, we have real feathers, and then we have impasto styles, we have mixed paint styles, and then we have watercolor styles and some transfers. This is all included in the Painter's Toolbox. So let's go to the folders. The blenders include an ABR file. Double click on it, it will open automatically in your Photoshop. And let's see what we can do. But no, we go back and we go to the color folder because we need some colors and color styles and color overlays. Double click on it. Just open the styles here. Here we go. And we have the swatches over here. So here we go. The blenders, they are awesome this time, really. I worked really long on them, and they have so much texture this time. And I think you're gonna love that one. I will only show you a little bit of the brushes. In a detailed video, I will create a little bit of a painting with that, and for now, I'm only go and show you how they behave. This is now the paint, and you can see it's almost like you paint gesso, digital gesso on top of your canvas. That's awesome, really. I was stunned. I can't tell you how long I needed to have that effect on them, because it took me a long time to find a texture that will have a 3D effect. Look at it when you zoom in. It really looks like gesso. Very grungy, and you can paint so beautiful. And the behaving of the paint, when you change the paint, it will give them a little bit of color here, and it changes the already painted parts. So when you go on top of it, and the more you paint over, the brighter it gets. So this is only the first brush, it's the acrylic. It's the first one. We're gonna delete those 2 layers again. And then we have the color here. That's more watercolor style. With that you can create awesome masks. You can fast paint that one. And then let's pick a picture. No, it needs, oh, let's take this chick. It looks fun. Just clip on it, and this is what you get. but only painting a little bit with this brush, and this is how it blends beautifully. This is the painted part, and I used here the Blender 1 color. It is pink, and if you like to change the color, just click on the pink in your palette and pick from the coordinating colors or any color you like, and this is what you can do. So you can use this for painting, or you can use it to create clipping masks. Let's use the next one. It's the same, a little bit more cloudy, and then we have that one. That's also one with a lot of texture. It's like chalk, and when you use white and black, it's really like chalk. And when you flip out the color, you see it's really like chalk on top of your paper. And the more you paint over, the more texture you get. Okay, this is the Blender 2 color, and then we have the Blender 2 mask, which is already with a black and white color. So there's always for each brush a color version and a black and white for the mask, if you like to create a mask. This is the next one. A lot of paint strokes here, very wild. And I like to also create with that one some masks, or I also love to create here paints. You can create awesome backgrounds. You can create modern styled digital painting and place that on top. You for sure can here change the color settings here, lighten, screen, so the behaving of the brush will change, and it's something you can play with, try that out. And you can see now I'm going over with the green color and overlay it, and the pink gets orange. And so every different setting will change also the look of the brush. There are many different ways. I say that always in my videos. If you buy something, play around, take the time, really sit down, tell yourself, I'm going now to create something, I want to try it out. Don't sit on your computer and try to start immediately a layout. That will not work, because you need to learn how all the products in a collection will work. And there are so many things you can explore in my collections that this will take time to use them. Okay, these we need a lot of time for them, because really they are awesome. I can't tell you. Look at the texture, and when you zoom in, you can see all those paint strokes. And if you use that one, that's clear. And then we have darken one, and you go on top, it a little bit darkens, then we multiply. So play around. This is the only advice I can tell you. Watch the videos and then really play with all the products. You will have so much fun. Was the mask, and then we have here this next one is it's a little bit more like if you have stamped it, kind of stamp it effect. And also here, when you change the behaving, the more you use green and the more you paint over, the brighter the color gets. So you can see we can start here only by painting a heart. That's not a big deal to paint that hard. And the more you paint, and maybe you go and do the brush, create that a little bit smaller, and then you can add some lights here only while you paint over. And that happens because you choose here the screen, and that lightens and brightens the color on bottom of the what you already have painted. Sometimes it's really hard to explain things. What I do daily is really hard to explain. You can see now we have a heart painted really in seconds, and believe me, you can do that as well. That's all with that tools. You are a painter, a digital painter without the mess, because when you use acrylic paint, you will have a lot of mess around on your studio or wherever you paint. Okay, these are the blender number 4, and then we go the blender number 5 here. Look at that. The texture here is a little bit more thicker, more depth. Over here, that's with black, a lot of white, and here, and if you like to brighten it again, go to Stream, and as soon as you start to choose screen and you paint over, you get a gesso effect. Look at that texture here. Look at that. It's really like gesso. Beautiful. Really love that one. So if you're a gesso lover and you like to paint with gesso, this is the one you need. Okay, next one. Then we have the blender 6 here. Also, here they get smaller and smaller, but when we zoom in, we have a lot of texture again, and it looks like 3D. And when you choose now a color, look at that. And then we go on top with the pink, and changing here again, that pops now out when we use the color dodge. Look at it. Awesome. Right? Okay, next one. I run out of time. The 7. Look at it. This is it was created from a piece of, I don't know, a texture. I adapted on and scanned it and overworked it, and so made that really nice brush out of it. we can now choose, let's use the chick again, because it blends so nicely with the black background. So you can see the texture around. And what you can also now do is change here the layer settings again. Over here. I like that. Maybe you can use another color now on the already painted part of the mask. So, and you can see you start to get a little bit of a painting because you have this paint effect on your clipped photo now. It's clipped. Only create a clipping mask. That's all. You paint the mask, a layer with the mask, put on top a photo, and then when the photo is clipped, you can play around with the settings of your layer mask, because each color you use on your painted layer will change the photo, and together I can't tell you that use that photo and use that color and then you get this and this effect. That's really playing around. Look at that. It almost looks like a painting. So let's see when we use here a little bit of white, what happened. So that works also not. If you black, that works not. Maybe we use, I think some brown color will work the best here to really create here a beautiful, beautiful, almost painting. So the brighter the color you have here now, the more detail you lose from your photo. Maybe change that. This is also, let's zoom in, and you have here only the photo, and it gets also nice texture only by changing. And now I just paint over the photo itself. That is what now happens when you use the brush and paint over the photo. Well, it destroys the photo in that case, which is not that good. But you can see you can also paint over a photo. I have here screen here on top, you can see, and the layer itself is on hard light. And then let's unclip. This is now the photo itself, and I paint along. And if you zoom in, you can see the details. Look at the fine stripes of the paint. Well, I'm still really fascinated by my own brushes. Look at it, what you can create. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, I need to go to the next one. Create a new layer, and let's choose, we have the 7, and then we have again the color version, and then we have the Blender 8, and this looks like that one. That's more, let's say fluid, bigger. That's nice one. Maybe we need now to clip another. I would use the kitty cat. Copy, paste. Oh, that's a little bit small. Look at it. This is the on the bottom. You can see the green one is the painted mask which is created, and on top of it, with only using the clipping mask, you get that one. And this is the texture of the brush. Here you can see it looks like it's transferred onto your paper. And of course, you can use this brush as well for painting. On top of here with the red. And let's see what happens when we again change the setting of the brush to screen. Now we have, look at it. Oh, that's nice. Choose the green one here. Over here. Nice. Beautiful. And you can see we already have now a new paper. Maybe we can change here. When we multiply, we don't see much. So we can choose here screen, color Dutch. That's very nice one. And we have here hard light. Just play around. That looks weird. Please play around with all the, there's so many details. You can change anything. Wow, this is something I like. It doesn't fit anymore to the whole collection from the colors, but it looks beautiful. And if you get such a result and you think, oh wow, I like it, save that for you. Save it as a JPEG, and maybe you want to use it in a later project. And you will be happy that you have it, and because it's your own painted canvas later. Okay, this is the kitty clipped on that. Let's see what happened. Well, that can be a nice effect. Why not? Look at that. Darken, multiply. Well, we get now really abstract here. But look at it. Because that's fun. That's fun. When you add now here a little bit of word art. Well, part, we use only a part of that. Beautiful. So here we go. That's fun. Now we could use here some styles. We should go there later. Okay. Going back. Sorry. I'm losing my mind with that brushes. Okay, we have the 8, and then we have a 9th version of a brush, which is paint strokes in a long paint strokes. And of course you can change the color here. Also here a lot of details and a lot of texture you can find in the brush. Yes, this is the blenders from the Spring Flings and Easter Things. Painter's Toolbox blender. This is what you get. Then we have the next pack of colors coordinating for this collection, and they are free like always. They will be free in the Scrap shop, and you can use them for recolor. So you have the swatches. When you load them, you get these colors, and exactly with those colors I created a whole collection, so you will be sure that you have always the same colors like in the products you get. And then we have the color styles. For example, we have here the words, and you want to change the colors, just choose the element you want to change, and by clicking on the style you get these results. Okay, this is it. So you changed with a few clicks the color of this word art. And then is something also included called color overlays, and you can see it in the preview here. The lady have different color overlays, and that is created only with the color overlay styles. I will demonstrate that short on a oh, don't have that open. Where is the bridge? We can open some pictures. Let's choose, well, use that one, that one, that one, that one. I really picked them now randomly. I don't prepared anything before, so it's always different how color overlay work on images. Let's see. These are the color overlay styles. You can see them, they are gradients, and this is what happens. Just click on it. This will change the color of your image this way. That's a little bit harsh. Let's try it with that one. This is what happened here. And let's see what happens in this more black and white. You can see here you have more focus. Here is more greenish one, and here we have from the side a little bit of a pink in. That one is more, and also that one, it looks nice here. And we're going to use that one on them. This is what happens when you use the color overlay style, and they are free and included in the color Painter's Toolbox color pack. Painter's Toolbox feathers we going to check now out. Okay, I have a pack, a black version of the feathers. Let's close that pictures. I already have so many stuff here open. Let's close them a little bit here. Okay. Where is the kitty? Okay, here we go. This is a black layout, so you better use here the white version of those feathers, and then you have different folders here. We have here a folder with white ones, and when you open them you can't see anything because white on white, well, that works not. So when you drag and drop then here you can see here is the feather, and this is the black version over here. But of course you can change the color by using again the styles from the free pack. So, and if you now use the color styles from the embroidery alpha, those included, then you can change also the white color. Well, it's more transparent, but you can change the look as well. And then we have a version included in the feathers white with some realistic shadows. I really like them because they will pop out beautifully. Look at them. and you have here a nice shadow, and it's all in the same angle. If you don't move them around, just place those feathers just a little bit over here, over there, and it fits perfectly to spring. Over here, let's try some styles. Just close them again to recolor them. Look at that. That works also here. Okay, these are the spring flings and Easter things feathers. You get 18 different feathers in 3 different versions: black, white, and Siri is talking. I don't know. Sorry. You get 3 versions: the black version, the white version, and the white version with the shadows, and of course there are brushes included. So these are the Painter's Toolbox feathers, stems and brushes. This is the preview. This is the preview created with the shadow version. Okay, next pack from the Painter's Toolbox. We have here some impasto styles. You get an this FX styles ASL. Double click on it and the styles will load into your palette in your Photoshop or Photoshop Elements. Works in both versions. Let's delete those feathers because they will a little bit disturb here. And we create now with the styles, recreate. We can now use those impasto styles to recolor here the layered word art, which is also included in that collection, not in that pack now here, but you can. This is the Painter's Toolbox Impasto styles. Now let's see what we can do. We open a solid paper. We used it here already. We delete that, create a new layer, and we use a little bit of the blenders. But we paint while around, just paint, and then we go into the style palette over here. These are the Painter's Toolbox Impasto styles. We create again a new layer. We paint again around, and then we change here the brush here. Paint over. Look at that. And these are perfectly in combination with the blender brushes. Okay, here we go. We use another one. No, that's the same one. These are the Painter's Toolbox Impasto styles. Look at that. It's real thick paint. It's digital. It's no mess on in your home. You only can sit on your computer. In combination with the blenders, you get these results. When applying on the blenders, the styles Okay, beautifully. You know what you also can do with such things? Print it out, wrap, use it as a gift, a wrapping paper to wrap a gift. You can do so many different things with scrapbooking supplies. You not only need to create layouts, really use them for home decoration, create paintings, create cards, create for your backgrounds. So many things. Okay, this is the paint, and this is, oh, that's beautiful. Look at it. When in combination with that blenders, sorry, I'm still stunned about my own stuff. That's really a little bit silly, maybe, but I really enjoyed to create them. I loved it. Look at it. You get such a nice painting with that. It's digital painted. Look at it. It's beautiful. And the more layers you have, you can change now all the layers in the different styles here, and each time you get a total new result, and it's only playing, and it's very relaxing. I think if you're stressed out, only pick one of those things and play around on your computer for a few minutes or a half an hour. That's enough, and then you start to learn also, and to understand, and to create new things. Okay, these are the impasto styles from the Spring Flings and Easter Things collection. Next pack from Painter's Toolbox are the watercolor styles. Double click on them and they will open in Photoshop, and will also run in Photoshop Elements. We're gonna use now this created layer file here, only using different styles. Now we use the watercolor styles here, over here, and then we choose the next layer and the next one, and here we have a green one, and we have a dark black. So this is now created with watercolor styles. And you can also see the combination of watercolor and pastel works also perfectly. There's nothing wrong to use different kind of styles together. No one, you are your own creative mind. That what you think you like is perfect. If someone else says it's not nice, don't listen to others. Be your own, how can I say, be your own creative guide. Trust what you do. If you like it, it's beautiful, and no one other will destroy what you feel for your own paintings or for your own creative work. So yes, these are the watercolor styles from the Spring and Fling and Easter Things. Spring Flings and Easter Things. Okay, wow, I'm talking. It's hard. Okay, there are two styles. I created two style files to ASL style because it's too huge, and we have customers, they can't download huge packs, so I split them up. So when you have loaded them, you have two packs, and double click on them and mix of styles will open. Okay, we use the same files again here. With the layers, we use just here with the watercolor and impasto, and we add here the different kind of, and you can see we have here more flowers here, more different, and let's use that one. And then we have here a little gray. You see what you can create. Isn't it awesome? I start again to get into. Look at that one. It's beautiful. And it's really, it's like you have this texture of real painting here. Only because we used before on that different layers, those blenders with those really extreme, rich, textured. Look at that, beautiful, right? Isn't that a beautiful background? I love it. I should save it. No, I don't, because I have so many papers. But this is what you can do. Create really your own papers, your own backgrounds for any project. I'm working on something new that will be released in a time. How to create interior or wallpaper or whatever with all my products. So stay tuned. Okay, these are the style mix, and they are different ones, and this is what you can create with them. The next pack are the transfers in this pack. Okay, here we go. These are the texture, a lot of texture. Brushes included over here. And when you open them, this is what you get. And let's see, when you only place those textures just beneath all those layers, you start to create, you get a lot of crunchiness in here. We take that one and drag and drop down here. And maybe we add here also. This is what happens when you now add one of the colors of the styles from the mixed styles or the watercolor or the impasto, and this is what happens to those transfers. Look at that. And you can create really so many different stuff with that collection. I'm especially with the Painter's Toolbox. I'm totally over it. But it took me really a time. It's hard, and it's a lot of time I put in all those styles, and that they work and in combination with each other. I paint. Yeah. So you have fun. That's nice. That's really a nice background. Love that. Okay. Transfers. These are the transfers, and this was now the Painter's Toolbox, and the video got again very long. Sorry about that. Hope you enjoyed it. We're gonna see you in the next video. Bye.